Sometimes the live stream does get a few errors and stuff. I hate it when that happens. Really hate it. Where's my best friend? Okay. Waiting for people to show up. Oh, hello, Joanne Eights. At least the stream is working now. Have you? Oh, yeah, you've already seen Harley. You watched the video of her. Well, here she is live. Say no, Harley. Say hello. Aren't you gonna say hello to Joanne Eights? Come on. Her definition of hello was running down my arm. Oh, what is that? Oh, she loves hanging around. So we got Joanne Eights here. And who else? And where's my best friend? Very cute. Thank you, Joanne Eights. I'm so happy you're here. I hope my best friend comes soon. Harley's only a young mantis at the moment. She's gonna get bigger. You're still just a little baby, aren't you? You don't have your wings yet. She really seems to enjoy it. Yeah, where is my best friend? Exactly, Joanna. She's quite fond of crawling up my face. Those legs, oh my gosh, they tickle. Oh, Harley, knock it off! Knock it off, Harley. You won't find your pudding there. But pudding? No buts, Harley. You listen to me. You do what I say. Oh, nothing to say, huh? Typical. I just love those little movements that they do. The swaying back and forth. Oh, she's making herself look pretty. By eating her own legs. What? Yeah. Mine's working. It was working being silly this morning, but it's okay now. Hey, best friend. Yay! Oh, cool, best friend. I sometimes watch those. And look who's here, Harley, just like I said. See how close she can go. Where the guy caught Pleco. Oh, cool, best friend. Pushing down on me. Pressure. I think I might put on a video. Maybe one of those r/ videos. We can listen to some Karens. Are you ready, Harley? I want to play Spore again. The first stream did not work. Oh, wait. Joe and Ace just showed up as soon as I turned it off? That's strange. Slash entitled kids. Brat alert, brat alert. What? Oh my god. Horrible as it sounds, I'm gonna watch it.
Welcome to r/entitled parents, where an entitled mother tries to drown
Joker and the Mantis the movie. Oh, that's great, best friend. There's nothing better than overcoming a fear. Believe me, I've tried to do that too. I hate heights.
I think this is a true story, but then again, I wasn't there, so I'll let Reddit be the judge of that.
Yeah,
I thought it belongs here. I hope to do this story justice. When my professor was in high school, he worked summers as a lifeguard to earn some cash. He has many interesting stories from his time as a lifeguard because many interesting people apparently attend public schools. This pool was divided in half by a lap lane. On the top was a shallow.
She's cleaning off her leg.
On the bottom half
they're
was a small
so flexible. The fact that they can actually
this
bend
was
their bodies
probably
like
a bad
that.
design because it meant the kids would constantly swim through the lap lane to get to the slide and back again. Now, there was this one lady who would frequent the pool. She would always bring a snorkel and flippers and swim the lap lane, as any.
Harley was just cleaning herself off. Oh. She knows something's in front of her. Praying mantises have something called 3D vision, and that's how they lock in on their prey because they're hunters. Oh, cool, best friend. That's nice. You're working on your drawings of hyenas from Lineguard. She's the worst hyena that I know. She makes me mad at hello.
The pool is full of kids and their families doing as kids do. Racing each other across the pool, seeing who can hold their breath the longest, flinging water at each other, etc. Along came Karen, waddling over in her flippers, snorkel pieces dangling out of her mouth. She jumped into the pool and began to swim her laps with her flippers and snorkel, as every normal person does. Everything's.
I'm gonna see if Typhi Signal will be around a while. Trust me, Harley, this is gonna be the longest time you've ever been out of the tank and on my hand. There you go. Just sit there and clean yourself. She's getting very well behaved. I guess you will. I guess you will be around. I guess you will be around for a while. I guess you will be around for a while. Yay! She's getting used to me. She still likes to crawl up my arm and stuff. I'm like a moving branch or something. Yeah, hyenas are like the cleanup crew. I don't know how those legs tickle so much. It doesn't hurt in the slightest when she walks with those killing things on my hand. Let's see how far down she's gonna go. Very fast moving little thing, aren't you? She's reaching for my nose. I know, my dear, you enjoy hearing my voice, don't you? Ooh, what's that? The way she's looking around.
Fine for half an hour.
I just love my little mantis.
Spotted Karen rising menacingly from the water like a Loch Ness monster. She stood by the edge of the pool and screams, "Get these god-dang kids out of my god-dang lap lane!" My professor, being in high school, was taken aback by this. He approached her and said, "Whoa, dude, this is a family pool. You can't say those things." Karen just glared at him. "Mother effer." I
love that voice.
My lap lane. She jumped back
her lap lane
halfway down before being intercepted by some more kids. She whirled back around and
Holly,
screamed,
you make this easier if you just sit on my hand instead of moving back and forth.
My effing kids. I deserve this.
No, she does not.
Effing kids out. My professor asked her to leave the pool due to language.
Yeah.
She began to slowly get out of the pool, looking exasperated. You guys know that look people get when they're thinking real hard about something? You can see the gears.
The only time she stops is when she's grooming herself.
Won't be good. That was the expression Karen was making as she planned her next move.
Can you see she's cleaning herself, guys? Look at her. Praying mantises are actually very clean insects. And they like to, they groom themselves as often as cats do. They wipe their faces, they nibble on their legs, they clean their antenna. Oh, she's done now. I know, best friend. Exactly. See how long I can keep Harley on my hand for, because she's getting a little bit feisty.
Karen turned away from the pool, shoved her snorkel back into her mouth, and fell backwards into the pool. All while flipping my professor the double bird.
What?
Karen began to angrily swim down towards the other end of the pool. My professor could tell how pissed she was by the heavy puffing coming from the snorkel. Oh. Puff, puff, puff. Now, there was a group of 6th grade girls by the lap lane. They were supposed to be watching their toddler brother who was paddling around with green floaties.
Oh no.
But these are 12-ish-year-old girls. They're obviously not watching him.
Exactly. Shouldn't be I am sorry I haven't been on a stream lately. Oh, that's okay, Tyler the Nerd. Oh, by the way, have you met my new pet, Harley the Mantis? Say hello, Harley. You act like you've never seen a computer before. Oh wait, she has never seen a computer before. No, nice to meet you, Harley. Harley would say hello back, but she's more content crawling around my hand, trying to figure out everything around her. Come on, Harley, don't be shy. Oh, here we go. Now she's going to say hi. Ooh, what is that? What is that, Harley? Oh, and great news, best friend. I now have a Steam account. At last! Now all I need is a Steam gift card and I can buy some games that I really want. That'd be so cool. I can do Let's Plays on the computer then. Proper Let's Plays, not just simple online games. I'm pretty happy about that, actually. Yeah, I can play Spore again, just like old times when I was a little kid. Oh, I can't wait. I'm very excited, best friend, because I'll finally be able to play Spore Creatures. I wonder if the guys on the stream chat have heard about that game too. Oh, that was my childhood. And a game that was also part of my childhood. Pretty sure I was just 8 years old when I first started playing it. Trying that swaying branch act again, Harley? I can still see you. You should play Batman Arkham on Steam. Yeah, I might get that, but first I'm going to just get Spore because that's one I've been wanting to play for a long time. And I do have Batman Arkham Asylum on the PS4 and the PS3, though I don't use my PS3 so much anymore. I only decided to name my mantis Harley after getting a good look at her underside and seeing that she has only 6 abdominal segments, which confirms that she is, in fact, a girl mantis. Yeah, best friend. You have my permission to do that. No one else does.
They're chatting and playing games, as people should be in a public pool. Naturally, the boy scrambles over the lane dividers and yeets himself into the lap lane. Puff, puff, puff. Karen came huffing down the lane, getting closer and closer to the boy. I personally like to imagine this with the Jaws music playing in the background. Professor knew instantly that this won't be good, but he...
Joseph Erickson, hello! You're welcome, I'm okay. Well, I didn't use my PS3 anyway, so it's no big loss to me. How's the weather out there? Oh, my day's going fine, Joseph Erickson. I'm just showing off my pet prey mantis that I recently got. Yeah, highlights in the hair do stand the character out. Ooh, barbecue, yum yum. 'Cause it's Good Friday today, me and my family are having fish and chips.
He was on the opposite side of the pool and watched in horror as Karen grabs the boy. The boy's so small that her hands fit around his waist, her fingertips nearly touching along his back. Karen rips the green floaties from this kid's arms and shoves him under the water, holding him there. Have you ever seen a person...
What terrible, awful, gosh darn woman would ever do that to a child? That's horrible. There's some bad people in this world. Well, I'm very ticklish too, best friend. As you can see whenever Harley crawls on my nose. I'm very ticklish. I got this mantis on my nose. Oh god, it tickles. Oh, it's a shame, Todd. The jeez, Harley. You're like a bloody forehead tattoo. You really tickling up my phlegmy nose, you know that? Haven't I suffered enough with hay fever? Ooh, crack.
Drowning? Their eyes snap.
No, I've never seen a person drowning, thankfully.
They lose control over their actions, causing them to flail wildly, even if they know how to swim. As soon as that kid began to spasm and twist, adrenaline took over. My professor had made saves before.
Yeah, I would probably do that too if I saw that happening. The brand new Harley Quinn series. Are you talking about the Harley Quinn TV series with Kaley Cuoco as Harley? Yeah, I've watched it, Tyler the Joker fan, and I like that Joker. He's pretty funny because he tends to swear a lot and stuff. Oh, for fuck's sakes, Harley! Like that.
But none like this. With all lifeguard training forgotten, he leapt into the pool, shoved Karen away, and shouted, "Get off him!" My professor grabbed a hold of this kid and swam him to the shore and hefted him onto the poolside. He called out to his
Who
friend.
the hell would do that to a
"Lifeguard,
child?
get
I
the
hope she
water out,"
got banned
because
from
he
the
couldn't
pool.
for the life of him remember how to administer chest compressions. The rage within Karen subsided, and the heavy feeling of wrongdoing set in. She grew
She's in trouble now. Big trouble. I do not have a fucking potty mouth. It's a big fat fucking lie. Right, Harley? It's a lie, isn't it? Would you answer me? You're no use. No, you're not crawling on my nose again. No, Harley. No, Harley, you're not crawling on my nose again. Harley gone quiet.
Eerily quiet when she realized what she'd done.
Oh, sorry, girl.
Professor roared for her to get out of the pool. The police were called, and Karen arrested.
Haha, sucked
I don't know
in.
what happened after, but the boy turned out fine.
Yeah.
This top post from Eric Crawl. I need to get away from these obnoxious kids. I know, I'll go to a public pool, said no sane person ever. Or even better logic. I am so tired.
Yes, I have seen it, Tyler the Joker fan, and I got to admit, even though he's not Mark Hamill's Joker, he was kind of better than how he did the Joker in Suicide Squad. But it's not actually Jared Leto's fault. It was just probably not the right casting, and he didn't get a chance to shine as the character because so many of the scenes were taken out. So even though I don't like Jared Leto's Joker, I don't hate Jared Leto himself.
Of seeing all these
He deserved better.
Kids. I know, I'll try to murder one. Well, at least that time she got her wish. There aren't any children in maximum security prisons. Our next Reddit post is from Exorianus. Lots of people seem intrigued by my entitled parents, so here's another one for you. In this one, I'm actually the entitled kid. I know, feel free to roast me. Once a year when I was younger, my parents used to take us all on a trip to Puerto Rico where we'd stay in these fine resorts on the beach.
You've been on my hand a while, Harley. You've been quite well behaved.
I remember the free secret pools my mom used to take us to, only to realize what the deal really was with them. One specific story in particular comes to mind about the secret pools. I had to be about 7 or so at the time. My cousins were on the trip with me and were roughly about my age. When the sun beat down too much, the sand got annoying and we were all crying and cranky. We'd visit the secret pool.
She's on top of the computer.
If it was locked, we kept going. Finally, one was open, and she went in first to check if anyone was in.
So that's where the bloody camera is.
A big infinity-style pool and hot tub awaited us in a gorgeous backyard. We were told to jump in and have fun, which we all did without asking questions. About 15 to 20 minutes later, someone appears at the back door.
I wonder what I'm going to feed you tomorrow, my girl.
So I'll translate roughly in English.
Since you're still young, you're probably going to have to eat flies and little cockroaches.
In this story. The owner says, who are you and what are you doing on my property? The kids are just playing and cooling off.
A little bit of hair on your body there, girl.
No, I don't know you.
Can you remove it?
Here? You left the gate open. We were walking by
and she can remove it herself.
Pool. Yeah, that's not okay.
Feed her, Bruce Wayne.
Okay, please leave. What? We're on vacation.
Darling, let's not be so hasty. You whore.
It's on the beach and it's public.
Oh, I've got this mantis stuck on my nose and it tickles like hell. Oh, okay. Ah, okay, Harley. Oh, that's enough, girl. Oh, you are one naughty broad. I'm leaving you, putting for someone else. I'd imagine you just bite my head off. Making myself look pretty for my pudding. Well, considering that Ivy treats her so well, I think they would be good together. You blended in so well with those twigs I found you on. Yeah, best friend, Lisa on Joker's nose, just like my mantis. That'd be good.
We should feel 5 more minutes. I want a sandwich. My mom glares at the owner as she leads the entitled kids away. You're disgusting. For years, I still didn't understand and would ask about the secret pools whenever we went. After doing it maybe once or twice again at other places, my mom claimed she had no idea about these secret pools and told me to stop talking about them. After over a decade, I remembered these pools and had the realization of what was really going on. Oof. Well, OP, don't be too hard on yourself. I don't know if I would call you an entitled kid because you are way too young to understand what was going on. Your mom, though, your mom is a piece of work. Made flour and bead print sacks from the 30s and 40s.
What else is on here? Spoiled kid flips out in clothing shop. A kid tries to murder me for Robux. Oh, jeez.
Right, let me kick this off with a bit of backstory. Me and my family have just arrived.
Let's see. I also untidy kids, stuff in my garden, so I planted a cactus trap.
Bad idea, and that we should let middle brothers sink or swim at this point. Before you ask,
Oh, Mr. J, everything is so much bigger now.
Should we run?
Very nice, Harley. Now you're even uglier looking than before. Harley?
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody
Lettuce.
My middle brother was tested extensively years ago and found he was neurological.
It's got to be a good one.
Bad idea, and that we should let.
You taught him other bosses around a cop?
Maybe the kids were of age.
Oh, hang on a minute, I know. R/ God, there's a few of these here. This must be it.
Stores. I pieced them by hand and sewed the squares together on my old treadle sewing machine.
Which one is it? Oh, try this one.
Welcome to r/entitled parents.
I just felt like writing letters.
Coming to them. So today, husband and I were feeling bored and adventurous and decided to make a pilgrimage to a posh coffee bar in our city. We've been meaning to go for months, but never got around to it. We pull in the lot and it's packed. 10:45 a.m. on a Sunday, so we expected it. As I'm getting out of the car, the momby next to me is struggling to get her 3 kids out of their
Momby.
Not helping. I hop out and excuse myself and walk into the cabin.
Momby.
2 more.
Who's my favorite YouTuber? Oh, good question, Charlie Joker fan. Possibly, well, I do really enjoy watching Markiplier. I don't care about Jake Paul. I think Markiplier is probably my favorite YouTuber. At least my favorite one that's got over 1 million subs.
More people coming after us than Mombi and
Mombi.
She immediately starts complaining about the line. She complains loudly to her husband at first, but when he's clearly ignoring her, she decides to just complain to
It's crazy, isn't it,
Why
Harley?
is this line always so long? God, why don't they have more staff? Why does every freaking person have to come at the same dang time? Ugh! She eventually asks the couple in front of her if she can go ahead because her kids are really, really hungry. Insert guilting sad face here. These saints begrudgingly say sure, so now they're directly behind husband and I. She then says to me, "Excuse me, miss, may we have the spot before you in line? My children have been waiting a long time and are very hungry."
I don't really want you to go up my nose again, Harley. You know how much that tickled.
"I'm sorry, ma'am. We've been waiting a while too and are also hungry. The line is moving faster now, at least." I gave her a smile, even though
I was addicted to these videos at one point.
I turned back around, only to hear her mutter, "Wow, what a jerk.
Gotta be careful.
Can you believe some people? How rude." It took all my effort to not react. My husband is a conflict avoider. I am not. But I respect his wishes enough to not cause a scene in public when I'm with him. Eventually, she starts telling her husband how they're always out of the Mediterranean spinach breakfast sandwich she wants, and she better get it this time, or she's gonna be pissed.
So she's gonna
This is
whine
when I
about a
concoct
sandwich.
A seriously evil plan. I check my watch. It's 10:55. A minute or two later, it's our turn. Husband orders his soy chai, and I slowly order my vanilla nitro cold brew with cream.
You want to
No,
go back
not
in, Harley? You've
sorry,
been doing
the
a lot
soy
of wandering
and
around
an
on my
extra pump of
hand.
vanilla. Barista rings us up as I check my watch. It's 10:58. I ask to add a Mediterranean spinach breakfast.
She always pauses like that when she's about to clean her hand. Clean herself. Oh, I don't know. Lisa might be one of Joker's ears or something, or maybe his lips. Here she goes again.
Sandwich to the order. She says sure, no problem. Gives us the total. I'm digging in my purse for my wallet. Darn,
Cleaning her
just
antenna.
can't seem to find it. More digging. Oh, there it is,
What?
finally. Hand her the card, wait for receipt, and
If antennae are made out of the same substance as hair, keratin in other words, then does that mean she's like chewing on her own hair in a way? What are antennae even made of?
slowly sign. Pack first back up, say thank you, and walk away. Husband says, "You're hungry? We ate breakfast an hour ago."
You want to go back in soon,
I'm
girl?
hungry. Just had to do this. He says, "Do what?" I nod towards Mombi. Husband looks over. She orders her coffee and some juice things for her kids. Doesn't even ask if her husband wants anything. Then it happened. "And one Mediterranean spinach breakfast sandwich." The barista said, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. We stopped serving breakfast at 11. We have." Mombi looks at her watch and yells, "What? Are you kidding me? It's 11:02. I'm sorry, ma'am. Company policy.
It's company
is
policy, you
breakfast
dumb
at
scrag.
11. Is there anything else I can get you?
Company
Give me
policy.
your manager. This is ridiculous.
Give me your manager.
You just sold one a moment ago."
Oh my gosh, get me your manager or I will shoot you. Yep, Joker is a Karen.
Both This is absurd. Explained the situation, apologized.
Sorry about that, Harley.
Refused to give that jerk a sandwich. Bless her heart. Mombi retracts her entire
Mombi.
red-faced and yelling.
Hang on, I'm
to
gonna
her
look up
car.
the term
My husband
Mombi.
was trying to hold back his laughter. Our order came up. We grabbed it and went back to the car. I am unwrapping the sandwich to take a bite exactly as I'm trying to scoot around her, trying to strap her kids in again and say,
What does Mombi?
"Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Just gonna sneak by you real quick."
Mombi, woman who has a child and becomes a different person that she was before. That's what a Mombi is.
I get in the car and unwind the windows ever so slightly. It's hot.
Yeah, Tyler the Joker fan. Praying mantises are cannibalistic, whether they're boys or girls. So I think Harley is a lot better off on her own. They're not a social species. Let's not forget the girls eat the boys. I'm in here. I'm live streaming with Harley.
I forgot to give you that. Nan said to give you that. Charlene picked the pig shop and she loved it. That's her money.
Aww.
That's your money for doing the drawing of the dog.
I'm gonna use that to get a Steam card.
And her dad loved it.
I'm gonna use that to get what fuck Banjo? I'm gonna use it to get a Steam card. I can get Spore! Yay! 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 I can't remember Best Friend, who I was singing that to.
Today, right? I slowly unwrap the rest of the sandwich and take a few more bites, passing it to husband and back while she's screaming and
Where are
struggling with her
you,
kids,
Telephone
getting
Signal? It's been an
no
hour,
help.
mate.
As soon as she pulls away, we burst into laughter. Today was a good day. So down in the comments of this post, there's about a 50-50
By the way, Best Friend, Coco was her usual self today when we looked after her. She was her usual crazy dog self. And this time, I actually tried playing with her. Hey, that would be a great idea for a roleplay, Best Friend. What if Joker was a praying mantis and he lived in fear of being eaten? That would be a good roleplay story. Or better yet, I can draw Joker as a praying mantis.
The entitled parent deserved it.
Oh,
Other
great.
people
Looks like I'm on the menu now.
that OP
Please
should
don't
have
bite
had
my
a
head off.
line and then sick this entitled woman
Oh.
as poor barista. What do you think? If you agree with OP, hit the like button. If you think OP went too far and is just as bad as the Karen, hit the dislike button. Our next Reddit post is from Light Ray. So, back in high school, one of my closest friends got pregnant and gave birth to the sweetest baby boy. She stopped going to school for a while to take care of her kid, but still did online school so she could graduate with her class. One thing we would do is go to one of the local food places near
That's
the high
not
school
a
on Fridays.
mountain.
And today, we decided to go to this nice Chinese place that I frequent regularly, and the little old Asian lady knows me by name. This Chinese place has a sticker on the front window that says something like, "Breastfeeding will always be allowed," which is great since that's what my friend is more comfortable doing.
Yeah, it should be okay. It's not rude or anything. I mean, all they're doing is feeding their baby. I don't see absolutely anything wrong with breastfeeding, even in public. I wouldn't even bat an eye.
Doing for her baby. After we ordered our food and hung out in this little waiting area,
Mothers need
the
to
baby
feed their
started to get all
babies.
fuzzy. My friend takes out the little cover and covers her baby on her chest, and she starts to feed him. We keep talking until this woman and her son, who had to be around 10, comes in.
Oh,
I
sorry,
recognize the
girl.
kid as
Sorry.
one of the kids I looked
I
after
think
when
I
was
upset her
volunteering.
accidentally because I
He
accidentally.
comes up to me and
Sorry
starts
about
talking
that,
to me,
sweetie
and then asks my
pie.
friend what
I'm
she's doing with
sorry.
the
I'm
baby.
sorry.
Before my friend
Sorry
could
about that.
answer,
Is
the
your
voice
little legs
mother
okay?
cuts in. "A disgusting thing is what she's doing. Don't you know better than to do that in
It
public?
does sound
And
chilling.
why are you even doing that if you're only a kid?" My friend has an attitude sometimes, so I try to jump in before she starts to
Sure,
throw
can I
things.
get stupid
It's
spikes?
not illegal, and Mrs. L, the owner of this store, is fine with it. She has a sticker on the door. Mrs. L being the little old Asian lady by the counter who was just oogling the baby a second ago. She smiles at us and continues to write some stuff down. The mother wasn't happy about this and continues with her BS. I'm sorry, but I'm just not okay with a baby breastfeeding another baby.
She's not a baby. Crawling, crawling, crawling. I'm gonna keep on crawling. Sometimes I don't think this mantis knows whether she's coming or going. Yeah, commented he wants a family too.
Can you please just stop? She says in frustration. Mrs. L finally cuts in, and in her broken English, she says, Nursing baby is a beautiful thing. You have problem, you leave. She then taps the order on the window that leads to the kitchen and apologizes to my friend for the woman's nasty behavior. She then looks at the boy who is still next to me and says jokingly, Your mother, she dummy, right? This makes the boy laugh, and the mother just grumble in her seat, trying to stay as far from us as she could. When my friend finished,
oh, sorry, Harley, was I mocking you?
threw in an extra order of egg rolls since they were.
Is she gonna jump? No. She's reaching for my nose. She's trying to get my nose again. I don't think my breath is falling on her face, which is why she jumped back like
My
that.
friend's favorite. Everything was fine until Monday came, and I saw the boy again. He pulls me off to the side and tells me that his mom said she doesn't like me or my friend. I just ask him if he still likes me, and he says yes. Yay! What boggles my mind about this is what's the alternative? I mean, is she supposed to just not feed her baby? Like, just let the baby.
Exactly. Maybe this is the one.
More bites. Passing it to husband and back while she's screaming and.
Harley, don't you be naughty. Don't you be naughty. Hey, where do you think you're going, little lady? Entitled. Oh, service dog. I am not stubborn. How rude. Everyone is rude to the Joker. What? What?
Welcome to r/entitled parents, where we share stories of moms or dads who think that because they have kids, they're entitled to everything.
Well, they're not
And stories
entitled to
about
everything
spoiled
at all.
children with their entitled parents.
Do you want to go
And
back
today's
in now,
story is
Harley?
Entitled family attempts to dognap my sister's
Harley,
service
no.
dog.
We don't want to repeat.
So this is the
Go on
second
my
of my
hand.
3 encounters with entitled parents.
I think
that
I might
relate to
put
my little
Harley
sister's
back now. She's been very good, but I think she's ready to go back in. Okay. Jeez. Here you go, Harley. Oh, no, I don't think she wants. I don't think she wants to go back in. Okay. Hey, Banjo. Friday night and the lights are low. We're playing rock music. Stubborn Joker. Hey, Banjo. Banjo, you want to say hello? You're in the mood for a dance, bum bum. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine, oh yeah. I can't see the dancing queen. Oh, Banjo wants to join me. Banjo. Brushing down. No. Come on, Banjo. Good dog. No. What's next, brothers? Hamburgers?
No, they are money.
Oh, it's plant-based. Oh, wait, chickenless chicken.
No, not even there is. It tastes like cardboard.
Oh, let's try the plant-based ones. They don't have a jack. I'm not vegetarian.
That's right. No, you put your foot down.
You be a good girl, Holly.
Service dog. Sorry it took so long to get out. More issues with my mom have risen lately, and I am a single potato caring for 2 needy tater tots. I do have 2 other stories. The first that explains how I came into custody of my beautiful little sisters, after my parents were allowing the elder of the 2 to be physically, mentally, and sexually abused for 6 years. And the other, a brief encounter with an entitled parent who didn't believe my sister needs a service dog because she has mental illnesses. I'll link them at the bottom for convenience. I'm also far from the best storyteller, as well as writing in general, so bear with me. It's also long. I'll be using the same false names for my sisters that I've used for all my other stories. Amy, who is 17, and Liza, who is 8. I'm their older brother, and I'm 29, and this all takes place in Australia. Now, as briefly mentioned in my other entitled mom story,
You've never heard of Markiplier, Tyler the Joker fan? He is very popular on YouTube. You should check him out.
Which she enjoys and is accustomed to at this point. On this
He's
particular
got
day,
good
a new
content.
playground had just opened up nearby, so I thought it might be fun to take my girls somewhere different. And as Amy likes to play fetch with Lickety Split, her service dog, whom is a crossbreed between a purebred German Shepherd and a mutt, mixture of several different breeds. This one specifically bred with calmer, easy-to-train temperaments. I made sure to look into the rules regarding off-leash dogs. As a service dog, she's allowed pretty much everywhere if she has a leash and vest on and isn't disturbing the peace. There was a nearby...
No, this one. The one you're watching. Oh! Well, I'm not really watching a YouTuber, Tyler the Joker fan. I'm watching Reddit stories about entitled parents and stuff. That's what I'm watching, and the channel is Slash Star. It's all stuff from Reddit.
By field where off-leash dogs were permitted, but the area around the playground only allows on-leash dogs, which...
When I was a child, even I knew better than to pet a service dog. We should never do that.
Which is normal for my area. So, armed with doggy doo-doo bags, sunscreen, water, and Lickety Split's vest and leash, we drive down to the new park.
The owners can pet the dog.
Areas do make Amy anxious, so we walk around a bit to help her get an understanding of where everything is. And during this time, Lickety Split has her vest and leash on, dutifully walking at Amy's pace.
What a good dog. Oh, I see, best friend.
Like the best doggo she is. As there are quite a few little kids around, and we don't want them distracting her, but most seem to understand what Lickety Split...
Yeah, some children understand. And some don't.
Its best means. However, one kid in particular, whom we'll dub Little Entitled Girl, does approach and asks to play with Lickety Split. Amy has selective mutism. She can't talk in most situations. I take the duty to explain that Lickety Split is working right now and can't be distracted. But I point to the field and say we might be playing.
Police dogs shouldn't be petted either. They're working too. When you get the chance.
There later if Amy feels up to it.
Oh, Harley's hanging upside down in a thing. That's exactly how praying mantises should do it.
She normally doesn't mind other people throwing the ball, as long as they don't actually touch Lickety Split.
Unless they don't actually touch her.
Little entitled girl huffs and says that dogs are for playing, not working.
Not necessarily. What the girl's actually saying is kind of wrong. Yes, dogs are companions with humans and stuff, but no, they were not bred for playing. In fact, before dogs were like companions, they had jobs. They did work and everything. They were hunters. Yeah, exactly. Dogs were originally bred for certain tasks. Those entitled people know nothing.
I ask her if she's ever seen police dogs on TV.
Dogs like working unlike people.
Or anything. To which she hesitantly replies yes, and I explain those are a different type of working dog. Lickety Split's job is to take care of my sister, because she gets frightened very easy, and her dog makes sure she doesn't get hurt if she gets scared. The little entitled girl then turns to Amy, who is getting a bit fidgety and keeps tugging on my shirt. Her silent signal that she wants to move away from this. While Lickety Split is in her alert stance, when she has a feeling something around could trigger Amy or cause her harm. The little entitled girl then throws her arms up and shouts,
brat,
which of course causes her to jump and hide behind me, starting
that
to
is
cry.
so mean.
Amy, even to this day, is very timid and doesn't cope with.
That is so horrible. Who would do that? What would you do? I love watching What Would You Do? What would you do if I was in a carton of juice? I would drink it all down with you inside it. You would add extra flavor to the juice.
Well, in strange environments, with loud noises and sudden movements towards her. The little entitled girl starts laughing and calls Amy retarded. Liza, who is very protective of her big
That was
sister,
a horrible word.
then pushes the girl and scolds her for being mean. And I decide that we've all had enough of this girl and hurry my sisters along, so we can.
But of
find
course the
somewhere for Amy to
family
calm down
comes
and
back.
ease. We find an area out of sight from the little entitled girl, and I sit Amy down on a bench in the shade where I can work towards calming her down before
Amy.
deciding if we should just go home. Thankfully, she wasn't too bad as far as her anxiety attacks go. Just breathing heavily.
Anxiety. I should be grateful my anxiety's not that bad.
Hot, and she was crying quietly. I asked her if she wanted to go home, but she declined and asked we just stay away from little entitled girl, because Liza still wanted to
Stay
play
away
on the
from
playground
little
and said
devil.
she didn't want Lickety Split off her leash. I'm hesitant, but agree knowing that because Amy is trying to overcome her anxiety, she does sometimes want to push herself out of her comfort zone, and I would just have
And
to
who
keep
can
a
blame her for being so anxious?
close eye on her and make sure she isn't pushing herself too far. The next little while is quiet, Liza playing in the playground while Amy and I sit in the shade with Lickety Split laying beneath the bench and Amy reading a book. As you'd expect, more.
Yes, I would, my dear, and no amount of put-me-downs will work. You have to understand that. A lifetime. A lifetime. Of being in the slammer. A lifetime of being in the slammer then. A lifetime of being in the slammer then. Boring. Then I can always break out. I can always break out.
More kids came to ask to give pats to our dog, but I politely turned them away with no issues. No little
At least
entitled
those kids
girl,
understood.
or so I thought. Little entitled girl comes running up to Amy and me with her mom
Wonder
in
how old the
tow,
brat was.
jabbing her finger at me while blabbering about animal abuse. Now, most of my attention was on my sister rather than what this lady was saying, so the conversation
Why did I
isn't
skip
exactly
or
word
Amy
for word.
must be?
This also took place months ago. The mother looks me up and down as if I had no business being in the area. My suburb is the next one over, and considered slightly higher class. Asks if Lickety Split is my dog. I explain how Lickety Split is in my name, but she is registered as Amy.
This is in Australia, where I live. I live in Australia. What's up, Joker? What's up, CTK Nintendo Report Crackhead Codex? I'd show you Harley, but she's quite content in her tank. So I'm just gonna let her be. If you want to see her though, you can watch the stream. I might take her out one more time before the stream ends.
Service dog.
Oh, if you don't know what I'm talking about my pet praying mantis. Oh, I am doing great. Just watching videos at the moment.
In Australia, if you are under 18, parents or guardians are considered the owner of dogs, even if a registered service dog is serving a minor. When she turns 18, Lickety Split's ownership will be transferred to Amy. The parent gave me a look as if I hit her child. She then snarls at me something along the lines of, "How dare you make an innocent animal work and brainwash it into being able to do nothing more than follow your demands?" I just shrug and tell her that she's entitled to that opinion, and ask her to leave, as she was upsetting Amy. She then demands I hand the dog over to her, as the dog as spectacular looking as mine should not be forced into slavery. I give a simple nope and
It's
wave.
not slavery. Dogs enjoy working for people. You say it's not a bluff, but it is. I am not bluffing, my dear. Does this look like a face that likes to bluff? Obviously not. I didn't bluff when I killed Jason Todd. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. Batman might be listening in.
Off. She leaves, surprisingly, with her daughter, complaining.
Alright. I'll take Harley out one more time. Hey Harley, I just want to show you to one more person, girl, so I'm gonna have to take you out of the tank. Come here, girl. Come on, Harley. She doesn't really appreciate this. Come on. She's quite good. Here she is. What? Batman on the rooftop? I hope not. Here she is, CTK Nintendo Report Crackhead Codex. This is Harley. I think she's very happy that she's been taken out of the tank like this. She was quite content just hanging around, but I had to show you her. Gone quiet, Harley. Nope, you're not crawling on my nose again. I think I better put her back in now. Sorry, sweet pea. Sorry, sweetie. Come on. Didn't mean to interrupt your bloody hanging around time. I had to show you to someone. Here you go, you're upside down, just the way you like it. Praying mantises love hanging upside down. They can do it all day long, so this is perfect for her. There she is. She'll be quite content now. Oh, okay then, hang on the side. What are you doing for Easter? What am I doing for Easter? I don't know. I think I'm going to have a little snack. What we got here? The juvenile detention? Juvenile. I am still just 18. Are you serious, Harley? What's that? She's sneaky.
About how she wants a dog that is well behaved enough to sit like Lickety Split is.
Go get one from the pounding trainer, lazy asses.
About half an hour passes and we were packing up to leave. Amy quietly asks if we can throw the ball just a little for Lickety Split, because she doesn't feel it's fair for her dog to miss out on the fun. So we head back to the field, remove Lickety Split's leash and vest after checking little entitled girl or her mother weren't around. Side note, her dog tags also say that she is a service dog, as well as have my name, address, and phone number on them. And this will
But the entitled family does something most shocking.
be important later. And we begin a small session of fetch with Lickety Split, taking turns throwing the ball as we usually do. Now, the park is set up so the field is right, and I tell my sisters to stay put, while I follow just to make sure she doesn't end up on the road. Despite Liza's throw not being hard, Lickety Split wasn't directly behind the bushes like I thought she'd be. In fact, I couldn't immediately find her after passing the bushes. I looked around for a moment before hearing Lickety Split's distressed barking and bolt into the car park.
To tell the truth, I don't think the dog would let them take her at all. Oh, Codex, did you see my praying mantis? I just put her back in the tank recently.
Finding a family of 5 attempting to wrestle Lickety Split into the back of their car. The family, including little entitled girl, her mother, father, a boy, most likely a middle child, and an older girl, appeared to be the oldest. The father was holding Lickety Split's jaw shut while the children were attempting to move her into the trunk of the car. My dog was not making it easy for them.
Someone
and
who
since the
steals
mother
a
seemed to
service
refuse
dog
to get
should be in
close, and the
jail.
father was fighting to keep her head
All
under
of
control.
them.
They were struggling quite a bit. I yelled at them to let Lickety Split go, and several things happened in quick succession. The entitled father lost his grip on Lickety Split's head, while the 2 girls jumped back, leaving the boy holding her hind legs off the ground. Lickety Split barked several times before the entitled father again tried to hold her muzzle, which she responded to by biting
Well, the
his
dog
arm
was
and
just
pulling
defending
herself
herself.
boy, snapping at him until she managed to land a bite on his ankle and bolt to my side. I grabbed her collar and yelled several
I'm not sure
obscenities
if
at the
I've seen
family
it
for
yet.
attempting to steal my dog. At this time, a security man arrived, explaining how someone had reported an incident and asking what was going on. At this time, Amy and Liza had also come looking for me, most likely hearing the barking and yelling, as well as just wondering why I was taking so long. Amy was on the brink of a panic attack, and Lickety strained against my grip to get to Amy, so I let her go, telling Amy and Liza to quickly put her vest and leash back on. The father is now yelling at the security man at how they found what they had assumed was an abandoned dog that they were planning on taking to a shelter to adopt the poor thing. When I appeared and beat the
They
dog
were
until she was
lying.
so scared it bit him and his son, and he now demanded the dog be put down immediately. The security man looks over to Lickety Split, who is taking a defensive stance in front of my sisters and snarling at the family, before looking at
Well, who can blame the dog for snarling at them, considering they actually tried to steal her?
me and asking what my side of what happened
The
was.
dog really hates
Thinking this
them.
could take a while, I asked him to hold on a moment, while I moved my sisters and Lickety Split off the road and into the shade. Amy is having a panic attack at the prospect of her dog being put down, and sobbing for me to protect her dog. At
The
this
dog
point,
should
I
be
just
protected because of poor Amy.
wanted to get her home, where it was much easier calming her down.
Hopefully the
So
dog
I
is
turned back to the
okay.
security man and the family and explained the misthrown ball, how I'd come to make sure my dog didn't end up on the road, and how I found the family attempting to steal my sister's service dog, when the entitled mom interrupted, screeching how, "That's proof he abuses the dog. No dog should be made to work." The security man then pauses before he states his grandma has a guide dog because she's going blind. Pause from the family. Security man turns to the kids and asks if they were trying to move the dog into the car. The older girls confirm this. Security man then asks if they waited to see if anyone claimed the dog. The girls.
I would have pressed charges if someone tried to steal my dog.
I point out Lickety Split care about pressing charges for the attempted.
Hopefully Lickety Split will be okay. Bloody rotten thieves. I am not a wimp. That is so very rude, my dear. You're making me feel a little bit angry. Harley, stop chewing on your leg and help me out here. 20 different Joker laughs, 149 likes.
Shower, let off.
I'll have to remake this video.
Hello, Sugar Fan. Today we're going to be doing an interesting video. We're going to be doing
2019. That's like 2
that I
years
know
ago.
of. Mostly Mark Hamill's and Heath Ledger's. A couple of other Jokers too. So anyway, let's get the chit chat.
How could this get 64 dislikes? It's a good video. Thankfully, all these comments are nice ones.
Let's get into the video. 1, 2, 3.
I would have gotten more dislikes if I was posting content that would be considered offensive and stuff. So I'm quite lucky.
The little giggle. The bigger giggle. So you're about to die.
I think that would sound probably a bit different. If someone was about to die and Joker was laughing, I think it would sound pretty different. It would be more like like that.
The Heath Ledger.
Oh.
The Cesar Romero.
Oh. I tried hard to do that.
The Mark Hamill too. The Mark Hamill 3.
Part 3. Crazy, isn't it, Harley? Don't let the branch hit your butt on the way down. That was a good one.
So running away from Batman.